I do a Zoom class through Art Center, and I have to switch over to their system, and sometimes I forget to switch back, and I'm sitting there waiting for people and waiting for people. But there you are. And, yeah.
So
It's getting colder in the mornings now, though, huh? I can't believe it. This morning I walked out there. Ooh, I think it was.
a lot of snow on the mountain.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh. I can't see Mount Baldy from here.
Yeah.
It was probably, I don't think it was 40 degrees. I think it was.
It's 40 degrees still. I think
40 degrees is still
40 something.
I know for us that's cold.
Yeah. So this
Other places people go they go outside and wash their car in their shorts.
So this is our last class this year.
Yeah, this is the last one of this term, and then I'll see you in the new year. We'll do. Oh yeah. So anyway. Oh, let me mention this. Yeah, someone asked me if I prefer to be paid by check. Yeah, I prefer to be paid by check. So, and I think it has my address on the page, but if it doesn't, just email me. I'll get you the info for the next time. Okay. Well, let's see now.
Rob?
Yeah.
Before we get started, could we talk a little bit about what you think the paper was that he used?
Oh yeah, Diane mentioned that to me. Diane's not here. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a harder paper. I mean,
right.
So I was just going to use my multimedia paper.
Okay. Or a hot
paper,
press.
Yeah, hot press would be fine. But even cold press, you're fine on cold press. I mean, I'm not going to be really, I probably wouldn't do even rough. If you wanted to, you could do rough. But it's a slicker paper, definitely. It's not, I don't know. It doesn't look like a watercolor type paper.
No, because it's hard to get that kind of line work on.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, well, my experience.
So he used a reed pen or just a pen, a metal?
I think he's using both the brush and the pen on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would use reed pen.
A reed pen?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
You got a set for me before. I showed you, I think.
I did?
The bamboo reed pens.
Oh, I do, huh? I have the big one.
Yeah, the big one. Yeah.
I don't think I got a small one.
There.
Will that big one work?
Oh, you only have one? Okay. Yeah, we have 3 different sizes. Maybe you didn't get the small one. I have all the sizes.
Oh, Henry's crazy brushes. No, not
wow, Henry, that's a fat reed.
Yeah, I got the big one. Medium.
No,
it's small, something like that. Yeah.
I have the big bamboo one. I don't know where it is. It's down here. Give me the small one.
Oh, I'll send you some for sure.
Okay.
Next time when I send a check.
There's a Henry brush. Anyway, the brush will be fine. Maybe if you have a small flat brush would probably work. I have some flat air brushes because they're just dulled down. They all turn into flats after a while. I'll use my dull one. Okay, let's get down to brass tacks here. And they all get kind of flat after a while, see?
Start recording.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. See? You're so smart. Keeping me in line and everything. Okay, let me first. There we go. And now record. Thank you so much for saying
Recording in progress.
okay, let's see now. Let's screen share. I got a couple of small videos to show you. Oh, this wasn't the one I wanted to show you first. We'll get on here. It's this one. This is just a small one. This talks about this actual, the painting that this watercolor was done for. I couldn't find anything on the watercolor. I thought this was interesting, so.
Hello. Today's video is about harvest. Harvest is one of a series of paintings by Dutch post-impressionist painter Vincent van Gogh depicting country life. It is subtitled Harvest of Lapse, with Montmajour in the background. A wheat field is shown in the foreground, with farmhouses, ricks, ladders, carts and activities associated with harvest, and in the distance, purple blue mountains are set against the turquoise sky. The work was painted in oils on canvas in June 1888, with Van Gogh writing that he found the landscape of Lapse in Provence to be as beautiful and endless as the sea. The painting is held by the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam, which houses the largest Van Gogh collection in the world, with around 200 paintings, 400 drawings, and 700 letters by the artist. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and share.
Just some quick information there. Really short one. And let's see where. I guess I'm gonna have to do it that way, huh? Stop. I need to turn off the volume because she's so quiet. Let me turn that back down. And do this one.
So we can surely state that our Vincent van Gogh is a true one in a million. The truth is that the Dutch artist was named after his older brother, who was tragically stillborn. This lost brother, in turn, named after their grandfather, also named Vincent van Gogh. And the name kept going down the family line when one of Vincent's brothers, Theo.
By the way, I just thought I'd throw this in there because we've seen Van Gogh videos before, and I thought just some facts about his life would be interesting facts, but maybe you haven't thought of before. Be interesting.
Father the son and gave him the family name that seems to be so popular. Van Gogh is still a common Dutch surname to this day, and we can only imagine how big the temptation must be for families to honor the iconic artist by naming their boy Vincent. Number 2. He likely suffered from multiple mental illnesses. We are all familiar with Van Gogh as being a symbol of sadness and the tortured artist archetype, but his problems ran much deeper than just hard depression. While studying his life and condition, modern psychiatrists have determined that Van Gogh was likely to have suffered from a large array of conditions, including schizophrenia, syphilis, hypergraphia, manic depression, temporal lobe epilepsy, and Geschwind's syndrome. Many also believe that Van Gogh was autistic, as several family accounts have shown him to be an uncommunicative and clumsy child. It's just a shame that such a genius talent and mind had to exist in a period where little help was available for his ailment. Number 3. He didn't start painting until he was 27. The work of Van Gogh is an example to all of us who think it might be too late to follow his dreams. So many art prodigies are famed for creating masterpieces. Van Gogh didn't put pencil or paint to paper until the age of 27, when he was thrown out of his family home after a series of failed and very career attempts. Being poor to even afford a set of paint. He relied on a gift from his brother, Theo, the same brother who actually became responsible for helping Van Gogh survive financially over the course of the next decade. Number 4. He lived with and loved a prostitute. Van Gogh famously had deep and long-lasting crushes in his life, including on a widowed cousin and an upper-class woman named Eugenia, who was famously disinterested. The love of his life, however, was a Dutch prostitute named Sienne, whom he lived with for some time. Van Gogh not only took care of Sienne, but he also took care of her baby, helping to raise the child even though it was not his own. Sienne can be seen in many of Van Gogh's sketched portraits, but it is known that this love affair drove a wedge between Vincent and the rest of his family, and after some persuasion from his brother Theo, Vincent left Sienne in the Hague and moved to Drenthe, something many believe he always regretted. Number 5. His portrait of Dr. Gogh sold for $82.5 million. Alongside Sunflowers and Starry Night, Van Gogh's painted portrait of Dr. Gogh is undoubtedly the artist's most revered work. In his signature style, the oil-on-canvas painting depicts Dr. Paul Gogh, the man who took care of Vincent in the final months of his life. Interestingly, there are 2 authenticated versions of this portrait, both of which were painted in June 18th. In 1990,
He is so wigged out because of ringtails showing up at the bedroom door. I sent you a text. I sent you the photo, and Winnie was there, and she was all.
ever function.
What's going on?
He was a
Okay.
prolific artist. During a career that lasted just over a decade, Van Gogh created approximately 2,100 pieces of art. His collection included 860 oil paintings and many, many sketch drawings. The bulk of his work was completed in France, where he spent much of his life, including the final 2 years. The paintings included landscapes, still lifes, self-portraits, and portraits of others, with some of his most notable unmentioned works being Sorrow and Bedroom in Aries. When considered mathematically, Van Gogh's 2,100 artworks over 10 years equates to 4 pieces per week. That is some pace compared to other revered artists like Da Vinci, for example.
Sorry.
The Sunflowers made art history. Although by the prices most famous works of art fetch today, $62 million is lightweight because the painting, vase with 15 sunflowers, was sold in 1987. It signified a new direction in art sales and collecting. This was the highest price paid for a painting that was not an old master, tripling the previous record. Number 8. 4 of the top 30 most expensive paintings in history are by Van Gogh. The 4 paintings by Van Gogh with the highest prices are the portrait of Dr. Gogh, sold for $82.5 million in 1990. The portrait of Joseph Roulin, sold for $58 million, plus exchange of works in 1989. Irises for $53.9 million in 1987. And Portrait de l'Artiste Saint Barbet for $71.5 million in 1998. The aforementioned vase with 15 sunflowers is number 46 on the list. Number 9. Sold only 1 painting during his lifetime. Perhaps the most bittersweet fact of all, it is believed that Van Gogh only sold a single painting during the course of his life. In 1888, the oil painting Red Vineyards near Aries was exhibited at the annual exhibition of Les Plantes in Brussels in 1890 and was purchased by Anna Bach, a fellow painter and art collector and friend of Van Gogh, for the sum of 400 francs. That amount equates to roughly $1,000 in today's money, and the painting passed in the hands of a Russian collector named Sergei Shukin before coming to its final resting place in the Pushkin Museum of Fine Arts in Moscow. Number 10. His time in Paris turned him into a master. One viewpoint that is often espoused by critics is that Van Gogh was made into a true artistic master thanks to his 2-year period in Paris, France. Whilst Van Gogh's earlier paintings are rather somber in look and character, the works produced between 1886 and 1888, like the Sunflowers and Self-Portrait with a Bandaged Ear, are full of color and thick with excessive oils, almost a transition from sepia tones to glorious technicolor. Van Gogh was sharing an apartment with his brother Theo at the time, and perhaps this period of relative stability helped his artistic sense to flourish. You can learn all about Paris, the city that made Van Gogh, by watching our video. Just click on the right-hand corner when you're ready. Number 11. He was made famous by his sister-in-law. Though it is hard to contemplate today, the truth is that Van Gogh remained an unknown artist throughout the entire course of his life. It was not until after his death and after the death of his brother Theo that his widowed sister-in-law, Johanna, made it her mission to spread his works across galleries and exhibitions. Johanna inherited both of his pieces, and when she died, her son, aptly named Vincent, you'll remember, founded the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam in 1973, where most of his artwork still remains to this day. Number 12. He was the first selfie kid. Though selfies are obviously seen as a recent phenomenon thanks to the invention of front-facing cell phone cameras, there is a strong case to regard Van Gogh as the original selfie kid. In a period of 3 years during his decade-long art career, Van Gogh produced a total of 43 self-portraits. Some art critics have labeled this excessive number as an exercise in artistic vanity. Others have argued that due to Van Gogh's extreme poverty and dire financial situation, one of the subjects that he could always really replicate without having to pay a model or buy props was himself. Due to his lack of interaction with people, finding even friends to pose for him would have been a huge challenge.
It's so hard. Sorry. Something to me? Yeah. You don't happen to see me.
Number 13. He painted some of his iconic works while in an asylum. Van Gogh had a significant mental breakdown in the winter of 1888, checking himself into the so-called Soul asylum shortly afterwards. It was in this asylum that he painted some of his most famous works, most notably the amazing Starry Night. Though the painting has come to be regarded as one of Van Gogh's very best, the truth is that the artist himself was not pleased with the final result. Van Gogh considered Starry Night to be a complete failure, along with the rest of the pieces that he created in the asylum. We have to wonder whether his fragile mental state impeded his judgment at this time. Number 14. He likely had an affair with artist Paul Gauguin, and he may have been the one who cut off Van Gogh's ear. While the long-term object of Van Gogh's affection was Dutch prostitute Sienne, many believe that he also had a brief affair with painter Paul Gauguin. The two lived as roommates in the south of France, and Van Gogh himself described their bond as being electric. Though there was certainly affection between the two, they shared the type of relationship that very often ventured into violence, too. We have all heard different conflicting stories about the infamous act of Van Gogh cutting his own ear off. The story goes that the two artists became involved in a raging argument that culminated in Van Gogh slicing a portion of his own ear off, later giving it to a prostitute. However, some scholars believe that Gauguin, an accomplished fencer in his day, was actually responsible for the injury. Not wanting his roommate and sometime lover to go to jail, they argue that Van Gogh took the blame to avoid criminal charges. Number 15. There is a theory that Van Gogh was murdered. Though the historical consensus has always been that Van Gogh killed himself as a result of his poverty and his ailing mental health, there is doubt in some circles that the artist's fatal gunshot wound was self-inflicted. History tells us that Van Gogh shot himself in the stomach in a field, then walked a mile back to the inn in which he was staying to die. However, some biographers believe that Van Gogh was actually shot by a young teenager who used to incessantly mock him. They argue that given his mental state, Van Gogh might have seen this instinct as a favor, and therefore chose to die from his injuries rather than seek help. This theory is supported by the fact that there was no gun ever found, nor were there painting supplies in the field that Van Gogh came from. Thank you, A-Lectors, for joining us here today for this video. Hopefully we have given you an insight into the life and career of this very special artist. Do you have a favorite, Ben?
All right.
Interesting. I didn't know a lot of those facts.
Yeah, coffee. Yeah, let me put, if you want those links, I'll put them in the chat.
Please.
And let's see, here's the other one. There we go. Let me put us back on HD here. All right, so let's, like I said earlier, I'm just working on multimedia paper because it is a slick kind of paper. He's working on. I'm not even sure if it's actually watercolor paper that he's working on. I can't tell. If it is, it's a hot press paper, most likely. I don't know. What's this in the background here? And what else? But yeah, hot press, even cold press, you'd be fine. But it's some of our students here were saying that maybe if you're using a pen, or which I'm not going to use, that some of the strokes won't come out quite right. If you're on a rough paper, like cold press would be a rougher paper. So let's see here now. So one thing I would consider first of all, before drawing this, is he's very considerate of the horizon line in here. His perspective is very worked out. So it looks like it's about 1/3 down is about, so if you come down about 1/3, something like that. Around there is about where the horizon is. And then it looks to me, if you just take most of the lines, yeah, most of the lines are coming to around here. So that would be the point where they're all radiating from. So that this main line here, that goes right behind the blue cart, just come up about, it looks like about almost 1/3, not quite 1/3, somewhere in there. Take your best guess. Just draw yourself a line. That's a way to find most of the lines. And then any other lines, the fence here in front of the cart, which is about, let's say if that's there, looks like the top of the fence comes to about here. Yeah, it comes about this high. I'll just take that up there too. And you don't have to exactly draw it perfect either. His aren't perfect. But there's something like that. And then where we have the top of the fence. And see how it's not perfect. Just it kind of goes down, so looks like it's about that high. And then we got about this much higher than the back fence. That gives you, if it, and let's see, the back fence stops, if this is the center, it stops a little bit before center, so it's somewhere in there. So if if you're trying to get everything exactamundo, it's approximately like that. All right, we've got all these. We won't get into that yet. No particulars yet. And if you look at the little hut here, maybe the top of it comes to about the center. So if this is the center, we'll say it's about like that. Given all those little approximations. It's a little odd that the cart's so big and then you got this guy in the field over here with the little horses really small. But maybe he's on a hillside or something. That makes sense. In fact, we do have a little thing, little wheels and whatever there, and more fencing here. And we come up again. This line would go right to there. You can see his lines in there. Really concentrating on that perspective. And so the top of this, about there. This is where there are little horsies, which in my case it's just going to be really small. I'm going to try to just sort of gesture it in there. And then you've got a guy working there. And stuff back here. Oops, that's only about that high. I just wanted to show you this. On the next one we'll do a little bit faster. I just kind of wanted to show you how we'll go. We'll approximately draw in this thing, so you know the procedure. All right, we got this stuff in the back with a couple of buildings, a little bit higher than the right there, and some mountains. They're higher than the horizon. Quite the dress, and look how he uses the lines to explain all the little planes on there like this, but they go down this way and up that way. Okay, now let's see. Right. We have this. Well, let's just draw this big card in here first. It's a big block and it's pretty darn big. So if there's the corner, then it looks like the wheel of it's about there. We've got just like that. And just think of the top part as just a box. Just a box. And this part comes up a little bit higher than the fence. Here the fence comes down a little bit. And whatever. Let's see. And then, all right, we'll come over from this one. We've got this white, big, giant house here. It's about, the top of it comes over the horizon. Wow. So the bottom's around here. Oops. Probably need to give myself a little bit more room than that. Okay. Maybe I should move this over, huh?
There's a ton going on in this thing.
Yeah. It's fun. I'll have a blast. I'll have a blast. It's a thing though. I probably should have. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I don't want to get all a little bit particular here. Just remember, here's the point. So all these lines will go to that point. See how they flatten out as they get toward the horizon there? Very good. Think of this as just a box, this little house right here, just a box, like that. And it goes up. Just a box. Another one way back here. Goes over the horizon a little bit. Maybe smaller than that, huh? Much smaller. I guess I'm making these really large. Oh well. There we go. That's pretty good. That's clouds. You know, if you want to draw in some of this, you just gesture in a few of those. So we got all this. It's just going to be too much work to put all that in right now. Let's save it for the finish. We just want a value steady here. So let's come in. We're using Prussian blue and CAD red. See? I know you guys are waiting for me. You're like, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. He's going to go right into the color, isn't he? I got my watchdogs out there. Thank you so much. Keep me in line. So I can't tell you how many times you've saved my recordings. Okay, let's just start off up here. And it's obviously darker than that. Get some value going up there. He's highlighted this obviously in white. And then you know that the paper has actually got a little tone to it. So, you know what? You know what I'm going to do here really quick before I even, should I do this? No, I'm not going to do that. I think I will put a little tone down on my paper first, on my actual one, and hit it with a hairdryer. So, you know, maybe we should just put a little tone over here first, or the whole thing, because that's why he has to use white to get those real whites. Let's just put a tone over the whole thing first. It's light tone. And that will dry lighter. He probably didn't put down that tone up here, but it does look like he put quite a little yellow ochre wash over here. So, but that yellow ochre is on top of the toned paper, which might not even be toned. It might just be, you know, old paper. Some papers just got a lot of, you know, it's just a couple of values darker. All right, so we got some a little bit of darks back there in this house here, and a few little things back there, little darks along this hillside here. Even has a couple of little shadows in the mountains. Interesting little. That could certainly happen, right? Clouds could cast shadows over the mountains. So this house here has a shadow side to it, and if you squint your eyes, the roof isn't much different. The red roof isn't much different than the blue shadow in value. It's just the color that separates them so much. Some trees back there. Might have to get a little bit darker for those trees. Maybe I'll just hold off on those darks for a little bit. A couple of trees here. A couple in here. And there's a problem. We get into this fencing here. It's dark. And we've got all this bushes and stuff in here. these values. And back here we got this little coming up. A little shading and such in there. And a lot of the values are just caused by the really stark, dark pen.
I never got this photo.
Oh, okay. And this is Kathy?
Yeah,
Okay, let's see.
I got a different photo.
From me?
Yeah, for masters. I don't know why.
What photo did you get? I only sent out one.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like what you've drawn. That's the thing. And yeah,
The blue one, right? It says Vincent van Gogh, the blue cart.
I don't have a cart in mine, and it doesn't have his name.
Let me just send that to you. Okay. I didn't send anything else out.
Yeah, I don't know how I got it, but this is what I got. And let's see.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, here it comes.
Oh, maybe this is. Huh. Never mind. I don't know what this is. Thank you. I haven't gotten it, but thank you. It's kind of hard to recognize the card. Maybe you have it and you don't know that you have it.
Yeah. Maybe you have it and you don't know.
I've actually flipped through that way. I'll look again. See. Whoops.
And there's a wheel.
Uh-huh.
I just sent it to you, so it's in your mail.
Okay. All right. I'll just get it right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, where did I see that? I saw it somewhere. Whatever. Thank you.
It's a paradox. Okay. Yeah. Some darks in the back there, right? Behind it. So when you're doing a value study, this is all you need. You need to. Right? We don't need to put in every little fancy thing, but it might be helpful for you to know there's some, dark little hatch marks going this way. Even here, darks, some little horizontals in there, and darks down here. Some wonderful little grassy little, all these different directions. T. Wonder where Hockney got his little Hockney chop marks from. I'm sure he's pretty well studied in Van Gogh. Okay. So a bunch of that stuff, as far as I'm concerned, as far as a value study goes, I think we're looking pretty good here. Yes, there are some shadows in the roof, shadow roof, etc. These aren't really, some of these aren't really dark, but they can help direct the eye. Okay. Oh, and some, a little bit darker up in here, right? So it might be helpful to know that gets pretty dark up in there. And then he does come back with the white. Wow, I always manage to just misplace. I just have the big tube of white just sitting right, and I know it's right in front of me. It's right, I just put like a paper towel on it or something, right? Because, where are you? That's amazing how it escapes. Oh, there it is. Fell on the floor. It's usually something that big, I'll know it fell on the floor. Okay. Darn white. So let's just pop a couple of those whites in there. And that's helpful. There on the side of the houses, just to get that white, to get the white to really pop, you got to have something a little bit darker around it. There's some white on something here. A couple of things there.
Was Van Gogh's painting an oil or a watercolor?
This
Yeah.
this particular one is a watercolor
Okay.
ink pen. It's a study for the oil.
Oh, okay.
The big oil.
Thank you.
Okay. You know, and I think he really blasts the whites on there because mine are drying kind of light. So, I mean, I'm going to blast that white here.
And what is that white thing that's by the hut on the left side? No, down farther?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Some sort of, I think it's called a batch of stuff. Yeah. Or maybe a thatch of stuff. I don't know. We certainly could sip on coffee and talk about it for a while. Why not? I could think of a lot worse things to do. Okay. And let's move over to the color notes over here. And again, so let's just come down about a third, and I'm not going to really draw this one out. I just wanted to show you on the first one. Just note that you have a vanishing point around here somewhere. All right, so let's just maybe. I'm sorry, maybe that should have been higher, huh? Oh, I'm sorry, my horizon's actually down here. That's right. Try Rob. Get ahead of yourself. Sometimes what people will do is this: just lightly lay out some lines like this, and now you don't have to draw them all the way to there. Like for instance, if we're going to draw, let's say, the bottom of the fence, approximately here, and then there's this top part of the fence over here. Figure out where you want this to end. So if the center's around there, maybe it's around here, and then that's your angle. Oh, is that right? That didn't work out right. Maybe it's over further. Well, something like that, yeah. And then, well, he kind of bends it down a little bit. That's what I meant. It's not perfect. So don't try to make it all. All right. And then we got right arc blue. Just draw yourself a box, wherever this is. It's a big card. He wanted to make a big deal out of that card. He knows how to make a big deal out of stuff. I got to get that card up a little higher. The next one. And then there's that one. The major line going up there is right behind the card here. I'll just take that up. And we've got up here, we've got a house. Let's see, it's actually, it's just a box. Well, form stuff around there. Got a couple of neat little trees. And then the horsey. Top of the horsey comes out to about the top of this. So, yeah. And there's that dark stuff. Bunch of bushes. All right. Mostly we're interested in the color on this, so Let's get that all in there. Bushes. I think that's good enough. I don't want to draw like, I mean, we do have a couple houses back here. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do first, I'm going to take the red, yellow, and blue. Head red, head yellow, ultramarine blue. And make myself sort of a yellow ochre. Or just a yellow that's kind of grayed down a little bit. We'll put that right into there. Over things. And up here, maybe a little less. And up in them, it is a little grayer up in here. So again, I'm going to take the same red, yellow, and blue, but add more red and blue to it. That'll give me something kind of gray. Yeah, kind of gray up in the sky. A little bluer in that. Put it down a little deeper. That'll give us a lot of. If you want to get some serious blues coming off here, you can just take off a little paint here. I'll explain that to you in the finish. And I should probably wait for this to dry, but you know, I'm not going to. Well, I could hit it with my hair dryer. Yeah. I'll just do that. All right. So I think let's just take pure, just regular ultramarine blue. I'm going to need that color today. Ultramarine blue, and let's put some in the sky. Maybe a little darker. And then he just moves it around a little bit. A big old water spot on there, so he was really moving on this thing. Blues in the mountains there, some blues back here. Maybe I'm getting a little too watery with it. That's just most likely just ultramarine blue. And here too, this would probably be bigger. There's a little bit of blue back here. Mountains, I'm just going to leave it like that. blues in the shadows of all your little and let's take some red. So you can make it kind of a terracotta red, which again I'll just take the red, cad yellow, and it'll be a little too orange, see. If well, it's pretty orange, but just add just a taste, just a little touch of ultramarine blue, and that'll dull it a little bit. Is it that color? Huh? Pretty close. All right, so and there's some of these rooftops. And then over here on this, just a dab of it in there. On the top of our little hut here. And some of the ochre. He does have little touches in the grass here in the foreground. I'm sorry, that's not the red. That should be the yellow ochre. And the make more of that with the cad red, the cad yellow, and the ultramarine blue. Just mix them all together and then dominate it with the yellow. Now remember, the others will dominate the yellow pretty easily, so you just want to put a lot more yellow in there. Remember, the yellow is weak. Where's yellow? I think, as far as color goes, I think we're looking pretty good. We can throw some white in there. Let's try some whites. I'll just use my my gouache. This is permanent white. I think I'll be fine. Titanium white, are you better? You have that? I have a pretty good look with this. Yeah, I'm putting it on pretty thick, just so you know.
He's got some green in there too.
Oh, that's true. Let's get that green in there. Thank you. I would have got to the green and said, oh, you guys, I'm so sorry. Holy jeepers. I do that just to keep you on your toes, you know. Okay, so some whites. And some of those whites are fairly transparent too, so you know, you got the thicker white on the head of the cloud and the thinner white. Now to make those greens, looks like, what do you call it, color green, like cherry leather or something like that. But I'll just make that green out of Russian blue and let's try kind yellow, Prussian blue, more Prussian blue though. So blue or green, let's give this a test. That's pretty close. I can't even see what I'm doing here. Yeah. So Prussian blue, a little bit of, yeah, and then just right over there. Some of these. And then what color do we use for that? It looks like a black to me, or his pen work. So we could use my Prussian blue and cad red mixture, or if you have a black, that would be fine. here. Touches in here. Little trees outside there. Okay. Yeah, if you have, yeah, but you could even use, well, now if you look in the foreground up here, I can see that all these little hatch marks are turning kind of brown. Now, what that means, I'm mixing with the yellow that's on there already, or putting them down so thin that you can see through the color into the background. It does reveal it's almost a sepia kind of color, but it looks pretty black. So, you know, if you have ink, you could use ink. There's some of this. But I think just make a whole big batch of depression blue and that red. See what it looks like. It looks pretty good. We could get in there and some of this. Now then, I guess the question is, did he do the line work first? Or did he do the painting first? I'm thinking he did the line work first.
I'm thinking he did the line work first too, because look at the green is over the black.
Okay. Yeah, it is. And the white's over the black, yeah, okay. And up in the sky too, they look like kind of brownish too, I think. No, they're okay. They're just black. So we'll do the line work first. And yes, some of your watercolor might go over. You might be using a permanent. I don't think so, no. Do they have permanent then? Yeah, I'm sure they have permanent.
Like an India ink?
India ink, yeah. Oh, wait. So do we need to put in every single one of them? Yes, you have to put all in right now. Right now. Okay, that's good. And see how it's just notes. See, as far as notes go, this is enough. If you're too lost in it, I think it'll, it's harder to read it too. Just look at it for the notes. Okay. So let's go to a bigger piece of paper. Big little piece of paper. Like that. Let's see, right there, like a, okay, go a little further than this. And where's he lying? It's right. Yeah, okay, my top is right at the top, so. And okay. So I'm just checking. I mean, probably a good idea first is just to draw yourself a line approximately where the center is. And you know, you might want to do this too in the center here. The vertical center. That way, you can kind of judge some things from there. Like for instance, let's see, one. Yeah, it's approximately a third down right here to the horizon line. Which we'll call the horizon line going pretty much like straight through the mountains. The top of the mountains is higher than the horizon line. The bottom of the mountains is a little bit lower. So we'll just say it's right in there. I'll go darker. And look at all these beautiful little lines in the sky. Aren't they great? Wonderful. All right. And we've got, I'll just keep a mountain on. Let's see. I think this was kind of messed up too. So the top of the mountains, top of the mountains are here. Whoops. No, that looks right. Yeah, let me just, yeah. You get the first one, kind of comes down, and get this one. Mountains, yeah, so I'm going to bring my horizon. You don't really have to know all of the right. All you need to know is about where the vanishing point is, which is around there. On these little buildings, like you got the big one here, right? The big tower. See that dark one right beside it? The one with the dark little tower? Use that. Yeah. Not good. Double shadow over there. I don't know if we're going to be able to get, I got to bring a little detail on this thing. When you do know what is hatching, just spend some time investing. A pen might help you. Alright, so we're at the top of this mountain here. And there's a second one. And there's a third one that's kind of really got the really dark. It's like almost right in the center. It's hard to explain. You have 3.5 mountains over, look at this pyramid right here. It's kind of a big deal. It's got some really cool little hatches on it. And right, then we'll come over to here and look at that little house. That is left of center. And you can just, so you don't have to finish it or anything. But it does look like this one. Yeah. If you draw a line a little out in front of this house over here, and you get sort of the little outline of this house on. And I'm just going to gesture them in there because I don't know they're exactly in the right place or right enough. So I'm just going to kind of gesture them in at that one there. And that feels pretty good. Little green trees there. And the house. Whoops. Yeah, it comes up kind of totally even with this top of the mountain. Chimney. I've got some bushes, some trees, and a little house going on there, a little chimney on there. Okay, these trees, cast a neat little shadow. That's cool. And then we've got a little small little shed or something out back here. That's fun. Just pretty much go straight out. See the little pattern? This is a thing that might help you. Like I said, the top of this little hut comes to about the center. So we can put that in. The back fence is really not very high. It's relatively small. And then we got a gap, and then we got the big fence in the foreground, which does kind of slope here. That's my perspective up. And it starts out here. See how it starts sloping down the hill? That's why the corner comes all the way out to there. And the big fence slopes down the hill almost all the way to the corner. Somewhere in there. And then it really looks like the corner, you draw it from the corner to the point, you'll get the angle here. And from this corner, it looks like the corner is almost right at this side of the page. Right there. That'll give you that angle. And is that right? Technically, mine's a little right of center, and technically yours is a little bit left, but it's not perfectly rough. It doesn't really have a big corner to it, you know? It kind of rounds off all this, so it's not perfect. So we'll just do it like that, and then of course we have all this bushes and bushes and bushes in there. Here, and a couple of bushes in the foreground, little baby trees. Okay, now, yeah, the little, what do you call these little, the handles are a little bit up above this fence. Up there. And I'm just going to say, I have that one there. But maybe that should be over there, I don't know. Looks to me like it's more over here, huh? Okay. All right. I won't argue with you. All right. Okay. Everything seems to be telling me that it's more over here. So, you know, I think cart here with a big circle. And we'll put the fence right there. Good enough for me. There's a circle right through there. The fence covers up the bottom part of the wheel. And you do get a little bit of the other side of this card, see? A little bit over there. And you should get a little touch of it. I get the ladder over here. Another, looks like there's some kind of ladder going up here. And I don't want to get too detailed with the pencil drawing because I want to go back over this with all, you know, for some of the small stuff, I think you really need a pen. Or a very fine tipped brush. So anyway, got a little head. Okay. I'm not gonna worry that it's not perfect. See something kind of horsey right there. And there's a couple of people back here, it looks like. Little figure.
Cohen or something. Yeah, there we go. Bunch of stuff up here, so it almost does look like it's on a semi kind of hillside here. There's a couple wheels. Got an axle. And more bushes. Alright. There's more than meets the eye in this game. Just who cares if they don't finish it, you know? What matters is that you tried, you had a good time, and you learned something. Okay. I've got a pretty fine tip pen here. I'm not sure somebody's going to do their world here and just. You need to be pretty careful on this thing. Now, by the way, notice how the hatch marks get much thicker as they get toward the front. It's a really smart thing to do. You know, way back here, I think you probably just use a pen because they're so small. Gosh. Yeah. I mean, really, you know, up in the sky, you do a couple of bigger ones, but they're pretty thin. What am I calling it? What happened? There it is. Let's just start with the sky. It's a good place to start. I'm going pretty heavy. Maybe a little bit lighter than that. There we go. Painting this sort of belly quality. It's basically just explaining the motion. Come into some of these little guys, and boy, he really gets into the planes. You see every little has a plane to it. And he's correct. I mean, a lot of landscape painters, even though you can't see all the lines in there, they may start those off with a lot of lines. I'm one of those landscape painters. I'll draw the back of my brush right in the oil paint, right, the thick stuff. I draw right in there, very much like this. He's just explaining all of the planes to himself, like this plane's going up, this plane's going over, this plane's coming down here. That's all. So Do you have to get them all exactly like him? Absolutely not. Just if you can get this concept of just explain the point. And then if you'll notice, he hits some of the contours a little harder than he does the interior edge marks. It's a little harder, a little more, maybe even a little darker. It comes over. And that just helps. Again, explain them a little bit. Also, if you notice, on the right-hand side of a lot of these planes, he hits them a little bit darker because that shows you that the light's coming from the left. So I'll hit the right-hand side of the piece a little bit darker. It sounds kind of clinical, especially for a guy who's supposed to be so out of his mind, right? I don't think so. If he was on the spectrum, it totally makes sense. If he was autistic. Oh, yeah. I wonder how they figured out all those diagnoses. I mean, they said he had epilepsy, autism, syphilis, schizophrenia. Oh my gosh. I wonder how much of it was brought on by, a little too much drugs. I mean, how much of it could have been monitored, who knows? Yeah, I mean, it's amazing how they surmise it or put it all together. Yeah. Well, hopefully he's watching us right now. Maybe. My brother was schizophrenic. Maybe, they still aren't able to diagnose people that well. So they're probably guessing a bunch of things that maybe 2 or 3 of them would get a description of like that. Sure does run family, there's my whole family. But if he really had all those maladies, I mean, he performed very well to have done all these paintings and existed like that, exist as long as he did. Maybe it took all that to form a person who would have the kind of vision and dedication. I think probably it helped him, to do the art, to take him out of everyday life that was so difficult for him and put him into another art space. I definitely think you're right on that. Okay. If we have to go a little longer today, that's fine. Looks like we might. You think, Rob? People there. At this point, it's just kind of a free for all. I love his little descriptive line. It just kind of, you know, it just kind of randomly just describe the land. Like even back here, a little almost flat. And you get the occasional little trees just lining up. I'm heavy on those lines. That's okay. And he gets pretty heavy on those lines too sometimes, right? Because I love to see all the little quirks. You know, all those little rows of things just sort of coming at us and moving away from us like that. And some back here coming at us again. He sure does like rows and rows and rows of things. This is like his meditation right here. All of this. You see it in every stroke when he puts, when he paints too, draws or paints. This is his thing. You're doing it right now. You're doing the little thing right now. All this little. He loves the hatch marks, explaining the planes of things, explaining the perspective of things. And then he uses them to create texture. He has so many things that he does with these little strokes. And he's not the only one. He's not original on that. But it's his form. I mean, really, he does it in every painting, so you can just see it. It's really kind of a meditation for him. But you really see it in his more mature paintings. His earlier paintings, you see it developing. Maybe he becomes more conscious of planes, or I do not know. Guys in there. And there's some white stuff in there. Look at it. They painted it white, which is giving it a lot of attention. So maybe did they put lime on their fields? I don't know. It won't be white out there. Alright, we got some of these little marks up in here, which are a little bit bigger and thicker. So just when we come up here in the foreground, feel free to get thicker. And by the way, if you think you're getting behind or anything or whatever, the painting's going to go really fast. I probably should have laid down the yellow first, shouldn't I? I didn't think about that. Oh boy. Oh boy. If I used permanent, then I would have been fine. I think I'll not lay down the yellow first. I can see the evening. Actually, you can see it in the fence and stuff that he did. So I would have had an easier time if I did. Alright, look at this here. And there's this little ladder. I'm just gonna hold up here. Push this. Just a couple of people right here. Just little figures. Just, you know, just gesture them in. I'm not going to even run that. Oh, boy, this is going to do. Okay, there. Really delicate little fence in there. I could be more delicate with. And then when he comes down here on the ground, he lays these very horizontal strokes. But the verticals for the fence, horizontals down here, it's all just line. But you feel what he's doing with that line. You know what he's trying to take you up and down and over and around forms. It's just great. And it's great for you to do on your own too. You take the lesson from the master. That's what we're doing, right? And he learned from masters. He's just such a great copier himself. And all of them were. All the greats were. You know, Michelangelo, before he had any sort of reputation, he used to copy Greek casts and sell them. And he got really, really good at it. Really good at it. In fact, I think there were forgeries. One thing, I think there were forgeries. I think he did forgeries, and I'm not sure. Now I can't remember. I'm going to have to research that again. I forgot. That's a really fun story, though. I'm almost sure of it, though. I don't want to say it because I don't want to say the wrong thing, like about good old Michelangelo. But he learned a lot by copying, just like we all do. All right, so I'm just going to lay down some. He also threw away or destroyed most of anything that didn't look good, he would get rid of massive amounts of stuff. That's what Harry told me to do too. Everybody, he did himself. He goes, I've seen it with my own eyes 100 times watching these art critics. And you'll get known for that one thing that you didn't want to be known for. This whole body of work, then they find that one thing that you can't stand. Or historians, I should say, whomever. So just go straight over and just go like this, straight over like that. And then one going diagonal. And then one diagonal. And This is really a drawing with some wash on it. It is. But you know, a lot of people say his paintings are really just drawings. They're color drawings, but they're you know, the way he does exactly the same thing, he's just doing it in color. Like literally, he's the one to look at, you know, because I've said it 100 times. Things are they're just drawings, but they're done in color. And he is such a good example, maybe the best, of that crossover between drawing and painting. It's not a real tonalist or anything. I think I can use that too. Oh. Okay. Over here. Oh, he really gets into those spots too, doesn't he? Wow. He wants you to know it. I got enough. Look at it. One of these. He's just describing form with lines. He's such a line master. I think the thing, and after you've done this much of this hatching, you realize it's just I mean, you're analyzing form, showing the different directions and things, but you're also sort of at one with it. You're in the zone with it. It's kind of an intuitive thing as well. So, you know it. And there is the back part of that fence. And then you just lots of millions of little lines. This thing too. I should have made my little bit thinner. It's totally okay. It's more about just getting to know what's he after. Describing form with line. Describing like direction with line. Really want you to go vertical with things. Vertical. I'm going to I'll make the one that's smaller. Just to give the hand a little look. It's interesting, isn't it? going, gesturing to me like that. Just, and I love his grasses. They're just sort of. Dark in there. Always changing direction to keep your eye interested. In the grass, and you can feel it's like these are all the same. Can you feel that sense of urgency he's always got though? In his paintings and oil paints as well. There's just always this. Never really overworks things. Like time was running out for him. Ooh, baby. Isn't it running out for everyone though? I mean, come on. Really, I mean, gosh. Sometimes we just don't admit it. Yeah. Really good darks in there. You can see all these little pyramids down here. Gosh. Let's come back and reinforce some edges. On a wet one here. Well, we should be able to flip it over. Hold on. Alright. So, get your line in there. And I'm wanting my lines in here to be a little bit darker. Make it stand out. I forgot one of these. And put some on there. Alright. So, we take some red, yellow, and blue. And make more blue in it for the sky. I'm just going to put a quick light wash over like that. Just light. I don't want to go over too many times because it's going to pick up all my line mark. It goes behind the mountains too. Okay. And I'll get my hair dryer, so I'll mute myself. And you know, I think maybe I'll go ahead and get the yellow in here too. That'll get a nice long time to dry. Let that really set up. So big washes. Those are the two big washes. Okay. Notice I'm just using one stroke. If I go over this twice, I'm going to pick up because it's watercolor I put down there. It's okay if you don't get every little piece of it. That's good. And it gets a little bit in here. It gets a little different color too, like the roof here. And then up in here, like that. And around here. Like some of that. All right. Here's where my yellowish areas. Maybe the blue in the fence too. So it's a gray blue. So let's take the same color as the red, yellow, and blue, but then dominate it with the blue. Right? So it's red, yellow, and blue, and then mostly blue. So gray or blue down. So let's really send the color down. Yeah, that part goes pretty fast. Okay, some of my lines might want to come up a little bit darker, but I think it's fine. And I'm going to just with now ultramarine blue. I'm just going to let this dry. And then with the ultramarine blue, I'll hit that in there. I'm just going to bring it a little bit down into here, the bottom part of the sky. And then we'll wait a bit and let that set up. Because you can see there's no real leaking of the white into the other color, so we wait for it to dry and then do it white. Alright, so ultramarine blue. I think just ultramarine blue is all I would use. And then a little darker, pretty heavy. Pretty wet. Here. And yeah, all of that pretty wet. I think it's real heavy right there. And then it's really light in here at the bottom. And it looks like it brings a lot of it into the mountains, a little bit into the top of the mountains. Let's do it like that. Yeah. That's what I do with those. Now I have that color on my brush. Why not, let's put a little bit into some of these areas. A little on my building. This will give you a little bit of shading in there. little shading in that line. A little shading on the. Okay. Line that out a little bit better. Come back and get that later. Looks like you get some light into this tower. And of course, the blue part, which is really good. Yeah. And it gets pretty dark down below. I think your retrospective image is bigger than mine. No. That one won't. Okay. I'm going to get some little accents of orange in some places. Kind of, and then some terracotta. It gets kind of orangish in here, so just cat red, cat yellow. Some glazes. This one there. Here. Slip touches, certainly something right up in there. There. Oh. And then let's go for some of that terracotta, which is just cat red, cat yellow. And just a touch of that ultramarine blue to gray a little bit. So dark we are here. And the rooftops are great. Right. That green. Again, there it is. We put Russian blue and blue cad yellow. A little bit of cad yellow. In that area. Lines are touch on the blue side, so add a little bit more yellow. He's got some gray in there too. He's got grays and browns in there too, I think so. come back here and get some of that. A little bit in there. A little bit back here. He doesn't even change them. He doesn't try to, he doesn't change it for the atmosphere or anything. He might make it a little bit lighter back there, but it's really not. Even all the way back here is just, no, that's great. That's what I need. Puts it in there. He's got a whole bunch of stuff behind his house. I don't see any green in that though. What is that, like a little floor spot in there? Gosh. Yeah, I'd have to get in there with, really. That's fun. Well, he brings it all the way over here too, doesn't he? Wow. Oh, Lordy. No, move it. All right, 11:30. What do you think? I don't want to waste your time, but I want to take this longer if you don't mind. You're supposed to say it. It's never a waste of time, Rob. I was going to say that, but I didn't want to be the teacher's pet. But I expect you to be. Okay. I'm laughing. Okay, good. Because most of the time I will be bumping myself all the time. There's no houses. Can you see these little houses way back here? Those are crazy. They're nuts. They're nuts about art, that's for sure. Maybe we're seeing. It's like he goes into a totally different scale. Way back in the background, he's using finer pens or brushes, and he's in an entirely different world. It's just tiny back there. Yeah, he got into it. That's the thing. He always gets into it. Even when, if he's having an off day, it's more on than most people's on day. I think he really had the power of the gift of focus, which is common among autistic people. To me, he was autistic. So I came into some of my little batches here with, there's some grays in there and maybe a little bit of reds and yellows. It goes a little, let's hit some white on here. We have some white right there on the palette, which I don't usually like to do. So I'll make sure I wipe it off before I'm done. From the watercolor palette into a gouache palette. I'm going to put the ones on that aren't so heavy first. And looks like you just, you know, you'd be surprised how that might look really opaque right now and it'll dry really transparent. Kind of. I'll hit him again. Yeah, he definitely gets really thick and up in here. I'm just coming back into it thicker now. Big stuff up in there. A little bit of dry brush action. And then I see the analysis. I can't tell you the struggle because you did come back over it a couple times, I think. See some glazing or something going on there. There too. This. Show you a picture of me. Come over here to the tower way back there. And just gotta do a little white on the left side. Make it all mound of lime. I don't know if it actually is, but that's what I'm thinking it is. I can mix some lime into the soil or something, I forget. And yeah, that acidifies it. Right. The bones and limestone or something.
The lime makes it more basic, not acidic.
Okay, more alkaline, huh? Okay. Thank you. Is that Charlotte? Christine? Christine? Yeah. Thanks, Christine. Getting to know your voice, Christine. I'll be in the supermarket one of these days, and I'll hear your voice and go, I thought I heard you over there. Kathy, I get your voice all the time. Well, make sure you're recording. See how this dries. Not so light. So it looks like you came back and smacked it a little bit. A little harder. Can you put any weight on that wheel? Ooh. I think I discovered something. Not very important, but looks like you did put a little weight up in here. Might not have, but I'm going to do it anyway. And really far in here too. And it looks like something was put there and then glazed over. I want to bring that Let me hit my hair dryer here. And maybe if I need to come back and just get a few more of those whites here and there. Doesn't even dry. I put them in pretty thick. Okay. And what else? And the white area looks like it. Right in there, some of those. Maybe this came out of the way. Little things like that now. Little things that don't matter. But it's fun. It's fun exploring them, and please do. Yeah, that's better. That's fun. And again, just like with most paintings, try not to get caught up with a lot of detail. Mostly just to oversee the thing and try to sort of understand what it is after. Like I can reinforce some of these lines, maybe come back in some darker things. But in general, the way he describes form, he'll go. So, a lot of us would go into a form like this and start shading it. It'll take us around the form like that. He really wants you to experience the form of the line. So a lot of times, when I'm not drawing mountains or something, I can show you sketches. I have one right here. It's just but I have sketches in here. Let's see. Or I'm doing the same thing. I mean, look. Here's a little sketch. I'm not trying to do Van Gogh here necessarily. You see how I'm sort of describing the form with little plane marks. And I'm doing it here too. You see? So a lot of times when I'm out drawing mountains and all kinds of things, I'll describe the planes because I want you to know, I want myself to know that this one's going this way, that's going down, it's going up, it's going down, up, over, you know. So then after that, I'll do a tonal sketch. Like this. It doesn't have any of that. So in the end, I'll have a combination of both. You know, really give you like some punchy forms and stuff. But that's why it's really important to know this stuff. Really, really educational. Just experiencing form with the line. Such an education. For yourself, I mean, you know, but it can also be a stylistic thing. Isn't that funny? It's self-exploration becomes this maybe one of the most stylized artists of all time. One of the most recognized, maybe the most, I don't know, is anyone more recognizable than Van Gogh? I don't know. Maybe Picasso? I don't know. Hard to say. Anyway, how about, what, about 10 minutes for the crit? So I have 11:44. We're back on the noon. And then you can have a really fast crit. But then you always take it till the end anyway. Yeah. No, I won't. It's the last day. I just wanted to just have a good time on this one. So, all right, we'll take it to 12. I mean, have your painting photographed and into me by 12, please. And then we'll get the crit. Myself. I guess they're houses. But imagine doing your own sketches. You know, that would be great. You're out doing your own sketches and just think about Van Gogh when you're doing them. Let him penetrate, you know, your brain. It'll just come out, and you'll do it your way, and then you'll see an area, and you'll go, oh yeah, that's all. You're going to do this nose like this, get these little planes, and do that. You see all these little influences in your art. Now I look at artists My favorite artists are almost always, you can see the influence by other artists in the work. You can see the Gogh, whomever, the Sergeant, the Picasso, whomever. You can feel it in your work. Sometimes you can feel multiple artists in their work. And that's definitely something I learned from Eric Remy. And you can see in his work, the influence is like extremely deliberate. Yeah, he never lived with his own style. Amazing. Okay, 12 o'clock.
Let's do this one, golden shot, size golden shot. There was not mixed media painting. This one, as the teacher suggested. Someone asked about the app I used for tracing. The name of the app for tracing I used was Vinci's Eye. You can get from Apple or Google Play, Apple Store. So after the drawing, we can just do it freely, I think. Because this golden shot is toned, it's much easier. I think for coloring, we just need to add the codes, the red and the blue, without almost the yellow, just from the paper itself. We need to do the blues. I'm using the Japanese color here. The opaque colors. So this goes pretty dark. It will dry lighter. We need to cover add some white. I use the black markers with colored light sometimes to color for the highlight the clouds. I think we're done with that. Maybe some pink in the brush also. So I'll just let it blend on the paper or on the brush. I'll use a saucer to blend the colors, you can see. So I'll just time to reach dryness. On this paper, usually we use the Gogh technique without powdering, because it takes less time to dry. We use double brush technique. Darker. Just oops. I have to do the drawing again. It's black. It's semi-opaque, I think. It's kind of difficult with the mixed gradient on the flavors. I have to really cover it up. Let's just put some white here.
see. It looks really good on just regular watercolor paper too. Nice. You really got this. Wow. You have that Van Gogh look too.
Oh, thank you. It's a little disorganized. I realized you could set lots of land looking at yours and mine. It's just lots of textures running together. But
That's okay.
that's the way it is.
You got that Van Gogh look. Definitely. The mountains are great. That doesn't look. It looks pretty fluid. I mean, you've done this before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Van Gogh.
Well, I just doodled on it.
Yeah, I know. You're the doodle queen. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, that's perfect.
Thank you.
You really got his little characteristics of these tools here. I'm not getting my tools. Wait, there you are. I mean, you really got them there. All that's very Van Gogh-ish. It's great. But just right away, I'm getting all the little hatch marks and notches and dots and all of this. You know, you're not literally copying him, but you're grasping all of his little characteristics and you know, searching for understanding. That's the whole idea. Well, nice work.
Thank you.
Thank you, Susie. All right. Suzanne. Now, Suzanne, that is a pretty detailed thing. Look at that. Wow. What do you think?
It's fun. I did the color first, and then I did the.
Yeah. I think that maybe might have been what he did. I'm not sure.
But now I'm adding color because it looks kind of too washed out in the back.
I think he might have gone back and forth. It's hard to tell. I mean, so sometimes you can see where there's something cloudy over a line, so you know he did that over it. But then sometimes you can see where it looks like the water goes under, so whatever.
Yeah.
Great. See, now your line isn't as thick as like Cindy, but it's certainly got the same attitude toward it, you know, the same Van Gogh kind of quirky, patchy marks. I love this area right here. This is great. And you get your little wagon. This is like right out of the Van Gogh's. The way he handles just big masses of foliage and stuff, just like this. Right there, perfect. So this is perfect. Yeah, so Van Gogh-ish. And that's the whole idea, just to get that Van Gogh-ish kind of thing maybe going in your paintings.
Uh-huh.
You know, I mean, it's just all of the steady. It does. It comes through in the most. It'll hit you. You'll be all painting and you'll go, oh, I know how to handle it. Well, other times you'll just handle it. You won't even think about it. You'll go, oh my God, that looks like when we did Klimt that time, or when we did Picasso. Oh yeah. You know, it just all slips through. Anyway, this is great. I mean, really, nothing. out here, so you might want to thicken up some of your.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't think of anything else to say. It looks great.
Thank you. It's very fun.
Yeah. Great. Okay. Thank you, Suzanne. Yeah, let's go to Teresa. Teresa, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm
good. Okay.
You know, elevation's a little bit, but my wagon looks like it's floating, and it's not really part of the picture. Shall I put a whitewash on it?
Yeah, just whitewash it. Let's just take some of the fence over it, I think. Over the front of it.
Okay.
And, yeah, and then, definitely put some, make the white too. Put some white and then maybe glaze this color over that. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, the fence high enough to cover the bottom of the wheel. That's right. But,
right.
No.
Come back with some of your hatch marks over the front of it. Now, hopefully make it feel like it's behind it.
Okay.
That'll help. All right, what?
I used a little pen and pencil and Indian ink and paint, and I used so many different things.
Yeah, and then, if you want to get it to look exactly like his, I think he used that pen that Henry was talking about. I forget what it's called again, but I don't know.
Reed pen.
Is it a writing pen?
Reed, R-E-E-D.
Yeah, that's right.
A Copic multiliner. That's the really fine one. But the other one was just an Indian ink pen that I have for calligraphy.
Okay, is that what you're doing the front part over here?
Yeah, yeah.
That looks really great thing.
I know.
Let's say really show. Right.
And I find that the two people on the wagon to the right are a little blurry. Color? What would help with that?
This color here?
Yeah, this whole, between the houses and the wagon, all of that is sort of...
I get something more like you have down here, something more in the yellow, which is yellow-orange. Maybe that's the wrong color here. Maybe more yellow. I don't really have the right.
Yeah. Okay, just brighten it up some instead of that really light wash.
Yeah. As long as it's all kind of dry, you shouldn't have any problem with bleeding or anything like that.
No.
So, and then, it's interesting. Your line kind of goes downhill a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Everything follows suit. It's interesting how you gave it this feeling. It's not as flat as it is, and that's just fine. I think that's just fine. I kind of like it, actually. But I'm getting this feeling that it's kind of going, like this one's a little bit more on an uphill slope.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. And I'm getting this feeling. So, I don't know. Okay, interesting.
But not flat.
If you want it flatter, flatten out the bottom of this. Just flatten it out. Maybe down here. And that'll help. Don't worry about it. I mean, it's just what I like about it is that you're kind of giving it a little bit more terrain. I like it.
Okay.
And then any more, of course, patch away at the mountains if you like. I know that I didn't get every darn little hatch mark in there, that's for sure. He's been there for a while.
So go back and hatch mark the mountains a bit more?
Oh, if you like, yeah. All right. Come back into some of these little, he gets into some of those little, okay, all this stuff you got there, perfect. He takes it all the way through, see?
Yeah, he does. I can do that easily.
Yeah, that's just it.
Yeah, my picture
picture in my computer. I have a bright light on it, and one that I printed out. Everything, all the colors are much warmer, I think, on the original printout. And I think that's good.
Yeah, it might be a little warmer. I think if you throw that warm glaze down here, that'll warm your piece up.
Okay.
Your painting might be a little cooler. Did you use a flash?
Yeah, no, but I put it out in the sunshine.
But you put it in the sunshine. Okay, usually that makes it warmer. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I put it out outside so I can get the colors to pop, because in here they pop very much.
See, sometimes people use window light, and the window light is a cool light too, so that it might make your piece look cooler.
All right.
Good. Yeah. Nice job.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, see you in January, Rob.
Yeah, happy.
Yeah.
I know, I can't wait to see my family. I haven't seen them in a while.
Where have they been?
That's where I've been, you know. They've been where they've been. Hi, Teresa. Oh, I'm sorry. Whoops. I'm sorry. Oh, there's Teresa. Yeah, Teresa. I'm sorry. Whoops.
I think that's fine. Is there something wrong with my first? About Teresa's painting?
This one. Oh, okay. I see that. Sorry. I skipped over Lily. I'll get back to you, Lily. All right. What'd you think, huh? Different, huh? These linear things. And I always think of your painting as being a little more tonal. Kind of like we took it in the sky. So sometimes the linear thing, it's just not what tonal people do usually. Usually a tonal person will hit tone against tone. And then the lines in between, you know. So you get the linear people who do all this line, but they don't really do the tone, you know, they're not really do it. It's just one or the other. This looks good. Good lines, especially up in the foreground. Wow, look at that.
I should have brush.
Yeah. Good. What did you use back here, a pen?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. That looks fantastic. And you got the, right. You get a little heavier on the shadow side. Good. Even though you're coming out the light side here, the little shadow side looks like you're getting a little bit darker, and you were doing that. Yeah, beautiful. Any questions or comments or anything?
Yeah, just I think the trees, bushes, and something don't have too much variations as we do.
Here or in the foreground, or what do you mean?
Yeah, the foreground, yes. It's like a block and another block.
They are kind of blocky, though. You know, they're very much like you're doing right here.
Yeah, but maybe my line is not just
It's like weaving. They're like woven, yeah. I always wonder about that. Okay. Beautiful.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Teresa. And we're back to Lily. Here we go. There you go, Lily. Hi. Did you lay down your tones first, or did you?
Yeah, I did the light flame. I did a drawing initially with a pencil, and then I did the painting, and then later I used ink for the scratches.
Yeah, that's a good approach. And you got the Van Gogh thing. I could say, yeah, you definitely got it in your little bushes here, yeah. In your little house, right? This little hut right here. This is totally detail in there, but you got it. And I think it's really up to you whether you want to take it any further or not. I think you did hit some warm in the roof, like almost reddish. Not quite as red as these roofs. A little more red, like a little redder yellow than that. Okay. So this is probably too much, but you know, something you like up in there, and you can do little, you know, just little things. So, like fun. Did you put any white in the sky? So these guys come back without white in the sky. You could experiment with that if you like.
I was using a multimedia paper. Yeah. It forms a lot of hot edges, so took up some time to take care of it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sometimes it's not the same. You know, it'll resist absorption, so it'll be a little. It's just another paper to get used to, you know. So, I would have got maybe a little bluer on this. I mean, it's called the blue card. You can always come back in there. Now, what you can do, if you want a little bit more blue in this, just take a little white. You don't have to hit it all. I'm going to stroke you anything like that because you can just leave what's left over as some of it's line. A couple of those, and then come back over with the blue, if you like. Something like that. That could be fun. And if you want to do the same thing that Teresa was talking about, if you just take a little bit of this fence, just take a little bit over the bottom of it. Yeah, just a little bit over, and then just take that gray tone over that, and it'll kind of nestle in very nicely. All right. Thank you very much. Nice work. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Helen. All right. What do you think? Oh, is dry brushing in the sky? Yeah, nice. What do you think? Any thoughts or questions? No? Are you having a hard time getting? Just unmute yourself. All right. So maybe she didn't make it. It's okay. I can hear something. All right. So some of these are coming out of, really kind of unblended looking. And all you have to do is just let it completely dry the way it is. And then this, what I'm putting down represents, see, that's kind of like what it looks like when you take the color and just add a little water to it. Push it around a little bit. There you are.
Yes, my battery went off the handphone.
Yeah, or something like that. So then just move it around a little bit and it'll look a little less forced. And that'll look more,
Don't want to be too dry.
Yeah. Okay. And this might be a little dark. If that feels a little dark, or you just do the same thing, take a little of this ways, if you like. And see. What else? Small thing. Yeah, you definitely got the Van Gogh thing going in here. And he does this quite a bit too. He'll really hit those outsides of the mountains and outlines things quite a bit. And that'll really sort of Van Gogh is I like the little horsey. What's the funny guy? Yeah. You're working. Okay, then foreground's fine. I know there's some good darks darks in there too, so if you want to get some darks in there, it's fine. And if you want to bring your bottom part higher, just take a little bit of white over it, and then like that blue gray over that. And what that'll do is, you just got something in front of it now. So then that'll make it feel like it's behind something else. Right. More prominent one thing. Right. And then the other thing is that if you like, maybe if you take a little white into here, you can glaze, when that dries, just glaze a little bit of blue, and if you want to get more blue in your part, there's another way to do that. And it'll look just fine. Especially in his way of working, which is that, a little choppy way of working, just putting your choppy strokes right in there, kind of choppy too, and it all just flows together very nice. Alrighty? Okay. Alright. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Yeah. Get my drawings up and stuff again. Hello. Hi, what do you think? I like this. It's a real workout. Yeah? I like it, huh? Right now, especially up in your foreground right up in here, this looks really Van Gogh-ish right up in here, definitely. And then back here, it's kind of like a mixture of you and him. That's what it should be, right? Hey. You do a lot of broken strokes too, so you're right, he'll outline things real solid. Real, almost like a cartoon. Sometimes. And you have real delicate, you use this really delicate thing. So, that'd be something awesome. I would be afraid just to hit some of these really nice and chunky, thick strokes. Okay. He'll definitely do that. And everything else is perfect. Especially up full, you've got a lot of them up in the foreground. These are good. Anyway, you see that it could use a little bit. Yeah. Probably put something more in the middle so it's not so barren. And he'll use little descriptive lines here and there. Man, these are way too dark and too big, but I don't think I have any. Can I get any of those? Oh, yes. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right, very nice work. Thank you. Thanks. Beautiful. Really got your feeling to it. It takes a while, but then eventually I get to know your artwork, and I can just feel your own, especially some of your more stylized artists. I can see the way you work. Really cool. Everybody's got their own little thing. All right, Christine, what do you think? That's a good, that's fine. That's looking great. It doesn't look as blue on mine, but the fence doesn't. Anyway. Yeah, the card could be a little bluer, yeah, I had trouble with my gouache turning on a blue-gray, but it looks okay on the screen here. Okay, I see. Yeah, if you want to come out like this blue, I don't know if it was that blue, but you can always come back in with a little white, let it dry, and glaze over. I think it's yeah, I've sort of done that since I sent it in, but it still has a lot of blue in it. Yeah. I think it's gouache, but it's see-through or something, or I got blue in it. Yeah, your mom's so great. You really got some shadows going on with his mom. Look at that. I think he gets a little bit of blue in there. Shadowing, like kind of a shadow effect in there too. This looks grand. This looks fantastic.
No, I'm not sure that's moving. Is that mine?
Oh, is this yours? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Did I mess up?
I don't think so.
I am on. Oh, this is Gary. I'm sorry, Gary.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
Oh. Anyway, Gary.
Hi there.
So, what I was saying was you could, if you wanted to, you could put a little bit of white. And if you wanted this blue, okay, like this blue over here. Just take a little white, put it in there, let it dry completely, and then glaze into it. And then you may find that you need to come back in with some line work. So feel free, just come back in with some line and that'll define it. He gets really into a little notch of ding, 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 ding. He's gonna do that, and he'll let you get right here perfect. So. Yeah, any questions or comments or anything?
No.
No. A nice piece of work. Nice color too. Your yellows are good. Yeah, those yellows are good on. I think it's great copy. Yeah.
Thank you.
You've got the Van Gogh thing. I don't know if you, I guess theme. You definitely got the theme of Van Gogh going on there. Okay. Oh yeah, now Christine, you sent me 1 and 2, I guess 3. There it is. Just got it. What was that? Is there another one?
No, that's it. That's 2.
Okay. And let's see. Alright, you got those choppies in there. Now when you do these little choppy strokes, yeah, really put them down like 1, 2, 3. He puts everything very deliberate like that.
Okay, very regular.
Yeah, I mean, so you're kind of guy, you're almost sketching it, How to explain that, but and the way you're doing it is fine. He really does this very sort of,
Okay.
got a little. So that would give you more of the Van Goghish theme to it. I mean, you've got a lot of it going on here, so houses look fantastic. So let's say if you wanted to put like you said, a little fence or something back here, or maybe right here, just 1, 2, 3, 4. It's very
Okay.
thanks. Yeah, very deliberate. You just do this. You got it right there, perfect. And you got the little guy over there. I forgot to put mine in. I drew him in with the pencil. I never got around to do it with the other. And what else? And so like in areas like this where it gets kind of bare, or you just have to do this. Maybe pull the fence up a little higher.
Yes. Since I sent that, I put some stuff in there.
Yeah. That little stuff.
And I haven't gotten to the bottom, as you can tell. But
Other than that, don't be afraid just to blast those whites really bright on the edge. You really hit them hard.
okay.
All right. Thank you very much. And let's go. two of them? Oh, there. Is this the better one?
Would you get the other? Yes, this one.
This one. Okay, yeah. All right. Now, what kind of pen are you using there? Are you using a brush?
Oh, this is Tombow.
Okay.
One is the thinner one, the normal blowing pen, and the other, which is like a brush effect,
Yeah.
has it's called the Tombow Fidel Scale. Yeah, it's like a brush.
The brush pen, yeah.
Yeah.
That works good. Did you do the Tombow over the watercolor?
No, the lines first.
Because I thought Tombow wasn't water resistant.
This one does.
Okay. I want to do it. Oh. No, now I think I should have used my brush pen.
Well, you said Tombow, you said brush pen. I don't know if it's the same or.
I'll give it a try.
Well, by the way, Tombow is a Japanese brand.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Japanese make great pens. What is the Japanese thing about pens? They do make great pens.
Everybody is crazy about stationaries. Even if you don't do arts,
Yeah.
people go to just the big stationery stores just to choose their own pen.
What is it about stationery and packaging and all?
Right.
Yeah, it's just exquisite.
Yeah, in India there are 6-7 story stationery stores in Korea.
Wow.
Yeah, just the stationery. So all kinds of pens.
When I was researching fountain pens, I was looking at these fountain pens, and I was looking on YouTube, and I saw in Japan they make these custom fountain pens that are worth like $15,000.
Yeah.
For a pen? What? But yeah, they take it seriously. So anyway, this is quite nice. I mean, you got it. And you got you in there somehow too. I don't know how you did that, but yeah, this is
Okay.
very nice. Now, how about the big strokes in the foreground? Did you use the same pen for that?
So that's the brush one.
Oh, okay.
I use two kinds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the other one has a brush. It's a flat.
Yeah.
But both are tomboy.
Uh-huh. Gorgeous. I mean, you totally got it. I think that was the best way to go. That looks very much in keeping with the way he did it. So, love it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I really love it.
Love it. I love it when I love it. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Work. And George. Hey, George, what do you think? This stuff really works for you. Every time we do Van Gogh, it doesn't work for you. I mean,
And there's the opera.
and quinacridine in the whole. Oh, and turquoise.
And turquoise.
No, that's a peacock blue. All right, I should have used turquoise. You rebel. So now, did you use a brush pen or did you just? No, it's I did a pencil sketch first, and then these are all the Faber-Castell pens and brushes, which I have a set of different size brushes by Faber-Castell, a black set. The four, they call them Pitt artist pens. Yeah. So that was all the hatch marks. Cool. And they're all permanent, huh? Yes, they're permanent. I have Tombow, but the Tombow I have are not water resistant. And mine are either. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't think to use my one. I do have one. That one I've been playing with lately. this is great. I mean, very, I don't know. I see a lot of Van Gogh in your work anyway. So, but, I mean, I don't really have, I mean, if I had anything to say, maybe in the clouds, some of your skinnier strokes I think might have been better. Yeah, I mean, that's about it. So, yeah, it's a small thing. This is cool. You definitely got the grooviness and the hatchiness of the rhythm, you know, of Van Gogh. Pretty cute. You know, I mean, I personally think that this totally works in your style. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it looks like you like it. And that's what you gotta go with too. Everybody has certain things that you like, and you know, just because you don't, there's things that you don't like, doesn't mean you have to use them. I mean, sometimes we're made to feel as though we have to do something. As sometimes as a learning experience. Yeah, you know, I think it maybe it reinforces that you don't like it. Yeah, definitely. But I would say in keeping with, you know, your own work, I think this style really, really suits you. And you can see it. You can see the authority behind the line. There's not a wimpy line, you know, you've got a lot of authority behind the line, and it's just, it looks like something that works for you. Yes. And also being under the clock, too, you know, some speed. Yeah, you know, we talked about that earlier with Van Gogh, too. His work looks almost like he was under the clock. Like, I got to get this done. I got to get my 4 paintings done this week, you know? Yeah. So maybe he was shooting for 10 every week, and he only got like 5 or 6 some weeks. And on a slow week, he got like 3. But he's still had a bad week. I know, yes, gosh. All right. Thank you, George. All right, thank you. Nice work. Oh, you got another one. At least I saw it. Van Gogh 2.
Yeah, that's the better one. Although I did my own thing as usual, and so it's a combination of different things.
Yeah,
but I thought I'll turn it into
textures.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so it's more tonal. You say most of your lines go up in the foreground.
Yeah.
It almost looks like vineyards over here, up to the right.
Yeah, that's what I thought it should be.
All right, well, let's see.
I wasn't going to turn it in, but I'm like, what the heck, it's the last class. So.
Yeah, just curious. It's all the lines that you need, and that's something that just doesn't really interest you that much, or what?
I can't really explain it. I don't think I have the right pen. It was a pen.
You can get a feel for it.
Yeah, it's just like it's different from anything I've done, so I just...
Okay. You know, that's complete. I know. And if we were to have painted it in, I bet you would have an easier time. You know, I get the feeling that you're a very intuitive person.
Yeah, I guess that's what you can call it. Yeah, I just have my own way.
That's fine.
I can't follow everything, so I don't.
No, I understand that completely. You know, I feel that way quite often too. There's just certain things I can't do, and I would rather just say, I got another way of doing it.
Yeah, exactly. I can only do so much types of artwork, and it wasn't too tough for me, and I knew it right away, so I thought, yeah, I'll just do my own thing.
Sorry.
So anyway, but it was fun. It was good to look at see everybody's work and how they did it.
Just the experience.
Yeah, it was
just watching the videos, talking about it, thinking about it, looking at all the work.
Exactly.
It all gets in there.
Exactly. It's like
you couldn't believe it. I mean, you always have the recording, so you can always anytime you want to.
Right.
Sometimes, when I do a copy, I want to copy the whole thing. I copy parts because I wanted to know how certain artists did a certain something, you know?
Right, exactly. Yeah, I got some of those things in there, so.
Yeah. Like the formula, you can anyway have some on there. So there you go.
Yeah, a little bit of everything, so. Anyway, always enjoy your classes.
Thanks, Lisa.
Okay, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you too.
Okay, see you in the new year.
That's going to be here in just a
I know.
half or something. Too soon. All right, I'm going to do PD. Does anyone else need to get their work in?
Well, for some reason I sent you 3 times. You haven't got it.
Oh, wait, I got it. There's Henry. Henry, Helen. Okay, there you go. Oh, phew, I'm not the last. Oh, look at that. Oh, you just nailed that. Wow. Yeah. This is in my wheelhouse. Now, is this, what are you using here? I used a whole bunch of stuff, but I felt like I didn't quite have the right thing. What I think I might have liked to have had was a dip pen. I used a couple of microns and a Pentel brush pen that's absolutely wonderful, but it's hard to control. I used it gave me the really fat lines. Yeah, I have that Pentel pen right here. I think it might be close to the same one. It's not that one. It's the one that has the Japanese. Right, you know, this one is. Yeah, I know, but it doesn't look like that. Mine's all black. Costs about $8. Anyway, and it does have permanent ink. My only comment with this is that I didn't get it deeply toned down like his was. Oh, well, you can certainly glaze some tone, yeah, deeper into it. Maybe some of your yellows and the grayish tone in the sky a little bit. Yes, yeah. And I take that right into the mountains too. Let's see. But I mean, your color references are fine, but your drawing is just you totally nailed the drawing. Nailed the book out as well. Thank you. You nailed even your little horsey here. There's not only, well, you know what I noticed with this is that, number one, I think there's a lover's couple over behind the ladder of the haystack. Yeah, I didn't get it, but if you look at the original, I didn't get it. There are 2 people kissing. How about that Van Gogh? Yeah, he's wild, isn't he? But as as I went back into this painting, he doesn't abstract when he goes into the distance. The distance is detailed as the close-up work is. He's got his own way of doing it, it's right. There's the way things are, and then there's the way, there's the vision, there's our imaginations, and the way we want it to be. And there's no right way. Oh no, but I'm just fascinated that he doesn't, as I say, abstract it or make it more simple when it's farther back. It's just smaller, but it's totally the same detail as. Yeah, that's a good observation. Yeah, I didn't think about that. And you can see little windows and people. Yeah. Far away. Yeah. You wonder how. I don't know. Couple kissing in the background. Frolicking. They were frolicking. Is that near the white red sign? Yes. I do. Well, I am not sure, of course, but I think it's one person is putting seeds, or he has a big, a bag
I sort of got into the couple kissing. And you're right. You're definitely right.
Very interesting. And maybe that's what you want it to be.
Yeah, I think there are 5 people in this drawing, and there's one person in the big white in the right hand side. There's one person there.
Where?
By the house, by the White House. Yeah, in front. Yeah, that's in front. He's riding the cart, and there's also a little person standing sort of. Yes, it's riding a person.
And you got a little. I think you have a little horse there with a wagon or something, right?
Yeah. Right.
Oh, I didn't put that in. Oh, wow.
Yeah, horse and wagon there. And
I'll have to get back in, right? I'm certainly going to obsess over this thing now.
yeah,
Might even have to do it again.
I like Bamboo always to some people.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. What did you say, Mitsuko? Oh, I said I like Bamboo always putting some people. You know, even small or it just makes it real and the real. Right. You know, good urban skin. It's not just pretty. But
get everything scale, right?
yeah. Anyway, this was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Phoebe.
Great class, Rob. I'm just so happy for this class.
Well, I'm glad. I got to tell you, I enjoyed the class too. It's like I'm taking it with you, you know?
Yeah. By the way, I had wanted to let you know I have stacks of books now, of watercolor books. I'll take a photo and send it to you in case you want to. You probably do too, but just in case, if you don't want to borrow them for models and for examples.
Oh, okay. You mean masters, you mean, or what?
Yeah. Stacks down of books of water. You know, when the internet when we first started to have Google and Google Images, I thought, oh, this is fantastic. I can get rid of all my books. There will be an example of every painting on the internet, and it's no longer true.
No.
It's all about selling prints.
Oh, gosh. Everything goes. It's not about information, is it?
No.
All right. Well, I will probably take you up on that, Phoebe.
All right, I'll send a list.
Yes, please. Oh, yeah, please do. Thank you so much on that. Okay, hey, Henry, wow, this is looking really good. Wow,
It's fantastic.
yeah, that's. Now, what did you do this with a brush? Did you do this with one of those?
No, it's all in reed pen, bamboo reed pens. I have
It's so, it looked like a pen. Wow, it's good. They're called Van Gogh reed pens?
no, just bamboo. It's made of bamboo, not reeds. I think the reeds is another similar plant. The Asian.
Let me get Phoebe to mute herself. Hey, Phoebe, can you hear me? Did you mute? Okay. I think it's Mitsuko and Lisa. Oh, is it Mitsuko? Or?
Oh, I'm not looking at one.
Oh, you're doing. I'm just looking through the list where the like. I'll do it. Hold on. There's a lot of you not muted.
No, I'm going to post
I think we're doing
link
good.
here. So if anybody interested in getting the reed pens,
Yeah?
I have the
I
link.
am.
Yeah, I have the link. I'll send you a set of samples.
Ooh, oh, you're the man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Merry Christmas. Yeah, that'll be in the chat on your website.
Yeah, I just put it in the chat. Yeah, there's a link to the bamboo reed pens we made in China with bamboo, not the reed. difference, but I think it's a similar.
That looks really good. Yeah, you gave me a really big bamboo.
Yeah, that's the largest one. We also have smaller ones. I use the I think I use the medium one. So even you use the large one, if you just use the corner of the tip, you can make very fine lines. Yeah, it has to do with the way you write or paint. Yeah.
You definitely, you can tell Van Gogh used that pen.
I think so. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. It's on mixed media paper on this one. I did also on another rice paper.
Oh, okay.
I'm still working on that.
When you stroke the pen, I mean,
Just like a dip pen, basically. Yeah, I hold like a pencil, just like a pencil. Yeah.
oh, okay.
But I can use either side, the front or the back. If I use backwards, it will be thinner. I think. It's also.
That's what I was going to ask you. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the main difference between the dip pen and the bamboo, the leaf pen, or other tool is this has a very quick shift from very wet to very dry in one stroke. So you cannot really load much. Yeah, so that gives a dramatic, effect. So you have to.
want to keep this line a little more.
Yeah, you can make a dry brush basically more with this. It has a unique feel, like a very kind of woody feel, not like a slippery. It's anti-slippery, but it's more scratchy kind of.
Well, you got some great looking color on this thing. I mean, I think your line works fantastic. I mean,
Yeah, I spend most
like
of
that you're playing with the different types of line. One gets, like you said, one keeps this line a lot more, the other one gets to dry brush really fast. They give you totally different looks.
Yeah, I just follow his pattern. I think, like you said, I spent like 3/3 of the time drawing, just a little bit of time painting on this one. I use large brush paint, just sweeping.
Hey, wait, did you use the Chinese ink?
I use the Japanese Sunni blocks. Yeah.
Oh, so you did it all at the end.
After the ink dries.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's gonna. I was gonna use it, but then have to use it at the end.
Right. Yeah. I have to keep it kind of thinner because you will cover it.
Yeah.
Semi-translucent.
Now, is the Japanese water soluble?
Yeah, it's the block you used in Pioneer demos. How the same brand. Yeah, that's the one I use.
I love it. Beautiful.
Thank you. Wonderful class, and I really, always challenge to see your selection, but it turned out very nice. It was a lot of work.
Good. Thanks, Henry.
I enjoyed it. Thank you. See you next year.
You're welcome. Yeah. See you next year.
And mine's back.
Yeah, you got the land there.
I got it laid out, and I just love enlarging his picture and see all these different things going on, like the horse on the card.
I'm always open to you. Just send it, like you always do. Just send it to me.
I really enjoyed it. He's just such an interesting, fascinating. How he just hides. You don't even notice at first all the different things he has going on in it until you enlarge it. And I just love doing that. So that's why I took my time.
I love the shape of the card. It's not box. It's
albums. I love watching what everybody else has done, and what you've done too. So I get so much from what all you contribute.
I know that's the magic. I feel like I used to when I was an art director. I mean, I hire all these artists and I just turn them loose and I just sort of had a guide, but just let everybody do their own thing and see how it comes out. But you really learn from each other that way. That's what's so good about this class.
Definitely. Well, thanks for everything. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas to you. Okay.
Thank you, Ellen. All right. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Did I miss anyone? No, not. Because I hate it when I miss someone way down here and they've been waiting the whole time. All right. All right. Well, fantastic then. Happy New Year, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Thank you so much.
And we'll, for most of it, I think we'll do it again next year.
Nice pictures by you, George.
I know. Yeah, I know. See, you get a lot of comments on that, George. I know. The last time you did that, I mean. Yeah. Wow. Cool. It's the Yosemite one. I like the mist. Yeah, that's the white gouache.
Wow, I gotta start painting with some gouache. I just never have done it.
Well, I only have the white.
Yeah.
To do. No, that might be a good thing to do. I don't really push the gouache too much, but I mean, we could.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. Gosh. All right, everybody, that was great. All right, happy holidays. Happy holidays. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Bye. 3 weeks. Yeah. 3 weeks. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.
Great job.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
that's it.